Hi guys, welcome to the garage. It is Christmas Eve day and I already shot this video once but I have to shoot it again because my neighbor came over to deliver me some Christmas treats that she just finished making. And so I stopped the video and I thought, okay, I'll post the first part of the video and then I'll just come back and I'll finish up and I'll do the second half, right? Wrong. When I went to post the video, for some reason, instead of being this way, it was this way. So I don't know what happened there because I filmed it this way. So let's hoping I don't have to do this a third time. Oh, okay. So I'm going to scroll you around here. See, I showed everybody how Christmas is working its way in the garage. I got my incense going, and we have all our lovely mustag candles and harvest candles and my little poo-poo buddy. So, all right, here we go again. Thank goodness I didn't drink too much of it, but I was going to say, usually I come out here and I don't have anything to drink with me. Everybody brings a cup of something. Not me. I always come out here with nothing to drink. So today I decided I was going to do that. And so we have, ta-da, 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 yes, my toilet mug. For those of you who have not seen Simon's live cast, Cup of Ketchup and Cards from yesterday, here is my Christmas white elephant gift from work. And it is currently filled with almond milk nog. Yes, I love eggnog, but the dairy, yeah, not so much. This year I actually found almond milk nog, and it's really good. I know it's great seeing somebody drink out of the toilet bowl. You usually see them only doing that when they're drunk. Okay. Also, yesterday after the live cast, I got some love mail. Well, not love mail. It was my mail. I bought it. But what I thought I was purchasing was a large size, like this big size, poo pillow, just to go with the rest of my pillows, because, you know, this, and we have the angry poo. Yes, I have the bag right here because I use it all the time. But it's the first time I saw an angry poo. So, of course, I had to go looking for this on eBay. And I found it, and I thought I was getting a regular size pillow. Well, when it showed up, here's my pillow. It's not even big enough for my head. This is like Pooh Jr. And then, I don't know if they felt bad or whatever. I didn't order it, but I got a second one. I think it's smaller. It's a little bit smaller than the first. So now I have two of them, except this one I can actually hang somewhere. I just may take him to work and hang him off my cubicle. I'm not sure. Or I could hang him in the back window of the truck. That's a possibility too. But anyway, here's my angry poo. So I had that going on yesterday. And then, of course, as always, all women know this, last minute, you always have to go to the grocery store for something you forgot, especially if it's a huge holiday like Christmas. So while I was there, something caught my eye. It was the only one I saw anywhere, and it was 50% off. And so there are poo cookies in your future. How about that? Is that not awesome? I have a poo cookie cutter. Oh my God, I have taken poo to a new height. I tell you, I have. But I love it. It's just so darn cute. I mean, how can you not help but like a little smiling poo, right? You know? So, first of all, I'm going to say, excuse me for the coughing that I do in my videos. It happens because I have asthma, and my asthma medicine gets that congestion out of my chest. So, Anyway, moving on. Look what I managed to get. Da 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 da. The Zombie Tarot. Aveline, you and I gonna have fun this Halloween. So yes, I got the Zombie Tarot at a really good price. Again, eBay. But what I really wanted to show you is the Sherlock Holmes Tarot. Oh, do I love me some Sherlock Holmes. So, my mom, when I was a kid, watched all the old black and white movies. And we only had one TV. So, it was either sports with Dad or it was the black and white movies with Mom. And I hated those black and white movies until I was about halfway through the movie, and then it kind of sucked me in. And in my older years, I have grown an appreciation for these movies. Well, I was going to say, actually, not in my older years. I've always appreciated them from the time Mom introduced me to them. And one of the black and white movies we would watch would be Sherlock Holmes. And I fell in love with Basil Rathbone. Yes, as far as I'm concerned, he is the quintessential Holmes. There is no other. That is my man. That is my Sherlock Holmes. And I'm sticking to it. With the exception of, I will give Robert Downey Jr. a runner-up. I'll give him an honorable mention because I did like his perspective on Holmes, at least in the first movie. I haven't seen the second one. But the first movie, I appreciated his perspective on that. Especially coming from Arthur Conan Doyle. And so, as everybody knows, Doyle was a spiritualist and and that's how this falls into place. Well, I've been looking at this tarot for quite some time, months actually. But everybody kept saying, well, it's a different kind of system and all of this. And then it was like, well, it really doesn't stay true to Holmes. And I've been going back and forth. And this thing came up on eBay at a price I could not pass up. And so I got it. So Merry Christmas to me. Now, in my first video, I actually unwrapped it. That's why you're seeing it now like this. So anyway, I will tell you my first complaint when I opened the box is that the little cutouts are end to end. They're not across the box, they're end to end. I hate that. Who comes up with that? It's a good sturdy box though. The book was on top with, I didn't open the cards, I didn't get that far, so there we are. But here's the book. The book is great. It smells good. But one of the things I discovered is I had this happen on another one of my unboxings where I thought it smelled kind of funny. And then I realized in this video, in the first take, that this book is done in the sepia, like the brown tone. And the other book that I smelled that had that brown tone on it was the Green Man Tree Oracle. And it smells like gasoline to me. At first I thought it was like, you know, it could be print. It could be the smell of the color, but it smells like gasoline to me. So there's that. Okay, the book. So it's 160 pages. They do give you background on Sherlock Holmes, where he came from, and all of this. Then they have the card meanings, and what they do is the cards are actually named for people involved in Sherlock Holmes. Now, Irene Adler, I think, was Sherlock Holmes' only true love, but she was not a good person. And so I can see how she could be the high priest. So on the major arcana, they give you the story of the individual depicted. Then the game is actually the divinatory meeting. On the opposite page, they give you keywords, And then they give you Sherlock's wisdom, which for this one says, women are naturally secretive and they like to do their own secreting, which means we're good keepers of secrets. So, and then on this side of the page is the fog, and that's the reversed meaning of the cards. The minor arcana, you only get one page that has all of the stuff. It has the game and the fog and just two little paragraphs all about the card, and then the keys and Sherlock's wisdom. So they have that. There is a wild card in here. Working with the cards, I love it. Instead of bonding with a deck, it tells you how to wake up the deck. I thought that was great. And then it has some spreads in here. It has the lens spread. The lens spread. It has, ooh, the Great Detective spread. Ooh, I might have to look into that one. That looks fun. The Enquiry spread. Ooh, that's a big one. Could be interesting. And then that's it. And then, of course, they have a few pages for notes and resources and further reading. So that is the book. Now, let's get into the cards. So let's see. It's 78 cards plus a wild card. So I'm going to read the back. It says, world-famous consulting detective Sherlock Holmes and his redoubtable ally Dr. Watson embark on a new series of adventures into the world of tarot. John Matthews and Will Klingon lead us into Victorian London with its shadowy buildings and fog-bound streets, introducing us to key figures from Arthur Conan Doyle's stories. See the fool transformed into the bumbling Inspector Lestrade. God, I love him. The devil become Professor Moriarty. Absolutely. And the magician turned into the great detective himself. Then turn to the minor arcana and allow yourself to be drawn in by the suits of observation, evidence, analysis, and deduction. Specially created spreads enable you to investigate your personal dilemmas just as Sherlock Holmes sought answers to crimes. Prepare to be amazed as you apply Holmesian wisdom allied with the universal strengths of the tarot to your daily life. Now anyone can be an investigator. As Holmes would say, it's elementary. He actually never said that, people. He never said it's elementary, dear Watson. Didn't happen. Okay, so let me get the cards out here. I love this. 221B. 221B Baker Street was his address. I have to admit, Sherlock Holmes is what has actually sparked my love of England. If I ever got to go any place in my entire life, it would be to England. Yeah. So it's all Sherlock Holmes' fault. Okay, so here we go. Here are the cards. They're small, which I like. All right, so here is Inspector Lestrade. He is the fool. Sherlock Holmes. So Sherlock Holmes is the magician. Let's see how well I know my major arcana, huh? Okay, Irene Adler. So we already know she's the high priest. Oh, look at this. The queen is the empress. Well, yes, he has he did the Tower of London, so yes. The prince, that's got to be the emperor. The 7% solution. The Hierophant. Oh, Mr. and Mrs. Watson. Number 6. Having a hard time with 6. Okay. The hansom cab, which I'm pretty sure is the chariot. Dr. Watson. Yeah, I'm having a complete fail, aren't I? 9. Interesting. Mycroft. Now that's Sherlock's brother. And this is the hermit. Interesting. Bradshaw's dictionary. Okay, some of these things aren't. Maybe they will after I go back, okay? I'm not used to using decks without the traditional meanings. So obviously I need some work. But that's okay, because I've only been doing this for about 6 months. As a matter of fact, Simon said it was 6 months yesterday. So, obviously justice. The Crooked Man. Birdcage. Ooh. This is the death card, obviously, because that's the gallows. Oh, the delightful Mrs. Hudson. That was who they rented their rooms from. Ah ha ha. Professor Moriarty, the devil. Reichenbach Falls. The Blue Carbuncle. The Hound of the Baskervilles. The Magnifying Lens. Judgment. Judgment. The Final Problem. No, that's Judgment. 20 is Judgment. Okay. And the London Times. I did horrible with those. So obviously I need to work on my majors a little bit more. So, okay, here we go. Now they've changed they've changed everything. The names of the major arcana, the names of the minor arcana. The minor arcana, like they said, were suits of analysis and detection. And I'm not sure. Oh, here we go. So eyeballs is observation and swords. So that's the first suit is swords. Now here's the eyeball. So that tells you what the suit is. So the Ace of Swords. 2. Three. That's interesting. That does not resonate with the 3 of Swords, so I'm going to have to look at that. 4. I suppose it could be rest if you're sick. 5 of Swords. 6 of Swords. Very interesting cards. Huh. I wonder if these have traditional meanings or not. Okay, Baker Street Irregular. Peeler. Okay, we have lady and inspector. Interesting. Peeler. Have no idea. Okay, so these have footprints on them, and so they're evidence and wands. So that's the Ace of Wands. 2, 3. Oop, gotta get the other paper off there. 4. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to do some research because obviously all of these scenes have to do with one Sherlock Holmes story or another. So Baker Street Irregular, that must be the page. Peeler is the knight. We have the lady, who is the queen, and the inspector, who is the king. So those are magnifying glasses, so it's analysis and cups. So this is the suit of cups. Wow. I mean, I love the imagery, and I know these are all scenes from Sherlock Holmes stories, but I'm not sure how they relate to tarot. So I'm going to have to definitely read the book on this, which I'm very much looking forward to because I really love these cards. I really love the imagery. The day. That's probably Irene. Ooh. Okay, so this has got to be pentacles. Question marks are deduction. Deduction. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the 5 of Pentacles. That's pretty bad if you're dying, but I don't see the connection unless that is Holmes somewhere. I know I'm not saying much, Mrs. Hudson. And the king. And this is the extra card. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. Yeah, I'm going to have to do some reading on this deck because obviously everything's been changed. So I don't recognize anything other than a few scenes in there that I know are from Sherlock Holmes stories. So there you have it, guys. The Sherlock Holmes Tarot. May you all have a blessed and Merry Christmas. And I'll see you next time. Love you guys.